So we're going to talk about how to draft things with stairs or other similar kinds of intervals. I'm going to draw these stairs at a scale of 1 centimeter to an inch. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps, and that means this is going to be 8, this is going to be 8, and the width looks like 3. So there are two potential ways to do this, and I'm going to do this at a scale of 1 centimeter, not full size, because I want to make sure it fits on here. So one way to do this would be to measure each stair one at a time, and hope that when you got to the top you would end up at exactly 8 centimeters. But that's not usually the best way to do it, because if you make a tiny error on each step, by the time you get to the top you might not end up where you want to be. So what we do instead is we measure by centimeters going this way: 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm going to go straight up here, and I'm going to divide that up into 8 units as well. And that's going to look like 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then the only other thing I have to measure is the width, and that's going to be 3 centimeters. And I don't need intervals there because there's only one width for the whole thing, is 3 centimeters. So I've now completed all the measuring I need to do to finish this drawing. And the way it's going to work is it's going to be very speedy. It's going to be like, so I'm going to put my pencil here and draw a short line from my front corner like that. And then I'm going to go put my pencil here and draw a short line up. Now I'm on the second step like that, and the third step, oops, I made that one a little too short. Oh, I made it from the wrong place altogether. Hang on. Yeah, that was there. Now I'm on the third step. And can you appreciate, I hope, how much easier it is to do it this way than to do it by measuring each line individually? But as I was saying, the other benefit is this is now a guarantee that when we get to the top of this series, we're going to end up exactly on the point where we hoped to end up. And the comparison I use is to the game of telephone. If you ever played that in elementary school, where you whisper something in someone's ear, and every time it goes around the room it turns into something different because people are slightly changing it every time they whisper it. That's what happens if you try to measure 1 unit at a time on a drawing like this. You might make a very tiny error with each step, but by the time you get to the top step, those errors have compounded and you might not be anywhere near where you need to be at that top point. You see what I mean? So this way, always try to get all your measuring done in one shot. And to finish this drawing, there's my little boo-boo right there. I'm going to make a bunch of lines very rapidly like this. You'll also notice I'm not using one of our parallel boards. I'm using an actual T-square and triangle. In the next unit, some people are going to have to use T-squares and triangles, and you'll notice it's a little more complicated because you have to make sure that your T-square, the head of your T-square is always flush with the board, which is not an issue with the parallel rules. So you've got one hand to hold the triangle, one hand to hold the T-square, and one hand to hold your pencil. And if you've been counting, you realize that means you really need 3 hands, which nobody has. So it's a little more complicated. Now watch how I do this run up the stairs. I'm going to go vertical, and then where that vertical hits there is the 30-degree slope. And I honestly thought I'd be able to draw this even faster than this, but it shouldn't. I'll check the recording when I'm done. I hope I'm doing this in under 5 minutes, because it really shouldn't take any longer than that. But we always want to make sure that we're ending all our drafting, that we're coming to neat corners. That's actually on the rubric for some of these projects. So this is the easiest way to guarantee that you're always winding up where you need to wind up. And 2 more lines, and there's the 8x8 staircase at a scale of 1 inch equals a centimeter. When you get to the point where you can do a drawing like this, about this easily, then you're ready to start your bedroom drawing. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop my video now.